Hey guys, what's up? Enders here. Welcome back to another video. Not going to lie to you guys at all. I'm being really transparent here. There is absolutely nothing going on in Battlefield 2042 right now. The latest news is Battlefield Bulletin is actually quitting, and they're not going to cover Battlefield 2042 because there is so little to talk about. So I do apologize if some of the content recently has met your guys' liking, but just know that I am really trying here. And with that being said, I figured right now would be a good time for this video. If you remembered a couple days ago, I put out basically like my top 5 things that I liked about Battlefield 1 / just what the next Battlefield should do. And now we're going to do the top 5 things the next Battlefield shouldn't do. Now, don't click off the video yet because it's not going to be generic things like make better maps. It's not going to be stuff like that. It is going to be specific things from Battlefield 2042 and maybe previous Battlefield games that I personally despise and would love for them to avoid in the next Battlefield game. So before we get into all that, thank you guys for hitting 48,000 subscribers. It has been an extremely interesting journey. I started this YouTube channel pretty much when Battlefield was at its second most dead point. Its most dead point is right now, believe it or not. And before I quit this whole content thing, I would really love for there to be a Battlefield game or just an FPS game in general that I can jump on that doesn't make me want to light my PC on fire. And I think videos like this expressing what we don't want to see in the next games are, pretty important to the future of FPS games, even if no one listens, because it's important to express your opinion. So let's get right into things. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I apologize for the lengthy intro, but I feel like maybe I don't connect with my community enough sometimes. So, trying to get a little more connected with people. And now, what is the first thing that they should not do in the next Battlefield game? Well, I was just playing today, and I kept dying to things such as the SPH launcher and explosives on transport vehicles. So I think one of my general complaints, just to blanket this whole thing, is less explosive bullshit and put the explosive stuff on things that should explode. I'll explain what I mean. I do not believe that there should be a semi-automatic sticky grenade launcher that infantry can use, okay? I don't want that. You can put underbarrel grenade launchers in the next Battlefield game. That's totally fine. Do not put sticky launchers and give them to infantry, okay? Furthermore, do not put 40mm grenade launchers on transport vehicles. Do not put 50mm cannons on transport helicopters. Don't put 60mm mortar pods on main battle tanks. There's too much blowing up going on, and I would like to see that reduced. And just so everyone is on the same page, this isn't necessarily like a top 5 most important things that they shouldn't do. This is more of top 5 things that they shouldn't do in no particular order of importance. The second thing that they should not do in the next game is that they should not have the plus system in the next game. And that may be a little bit of a controversial point, but let me explain why the plus menu or the plus system needs to go. Battlefield has always had a certain degree of readability. If you saw Medic in Battlefield 1, you knew that they most likely had an SLR. Or in Battlefield 4, you know they most likely had some sort of carbine or assault rifle. In Battlefield 4, if you saw a support player, you knew they most likely had a light machine gun or perhaps a shotgun. Or if you saw an engineer, you knew that they most likely had a PDW. But in Battlefield 2042, any class can have fucking anything, and any weapon can do anything at any range all the time, pretty much. And the plus menu really amplifies that problem. A perfect example of this is the BSVM. The BSVM can become a DMR, a full auto DMR, or an SMG at will. Just at your whim. You can just switch ammo types, and apparently it changes the fire rate. It like doubles it. And you have no way of knowing like what the fuck you're about to fight against. So the plus menu gives weapons versatility that they should not have, and it gives them that versatility instantaneously at your leisure. And that has never been the case in Battlefield, and I legitimately think it has a negative impact on gameplay. And this will segue perfectly something that I briefly mentioned in that explanation there, and that's the fact that every class can have every weapon. I do not think they should do that in the next Battlefield game, for the same reason. Readability. You want to know what classes can have what and what what you're possibly going to be fighting against, right? I don't like the fact that I can look at a recon and he can have anything from an SMG to a bolt action or a DMR or an assault rifle. You get the point. Switching gears completely to something that is not related to this at all, they should absolutely not include a call-in menu in the next Battlefield game. I cannot tell you how annoying it is that people can call in AA guns and fucking tanks and robot dogs and all this bullshit on top of rooftops and all of these weird inaccessible places that vehicles are not supposed to be on. And just another point, I'll tie this in, I'll do another point after this, but robot dogs or just AI that you can call in that do damage to me that have 2,000 health in general, get rid of it. I do not want to see another robot fucking Fido in the next Battlefield game, and I do not want a call-in menu in the next Battlefield game. If they do have a call-in menu for the next Battlefield game, it should be restricted to transport vehicles only that have no weapons other than machine guns, okay? That's it. But my preferred solution is just make better maps so you don't really have to call in a transport vehicle, right? Like that's ideal. And the final thing I'll mention in this video before I wrap it up is DICE should avoid cringe voice lines like the ones we have in Battlefield 2042, like the Black Plague, okay? If I have to listen to Angel crack a fucking joke, or McKay talk about drinking coffee, or making the joke about Mount Everest, I am going to lose my mind, okay? When I'm playing Battlefield, I want the voice lines to sound authentic, like they could potentially happen while you're playing. And I'm not really a big authenticity sort of guy, but when I was playing Battlefield 3 and I heard my teammate yelling about being like pinned down and getting fucked by like enemy fire and all that shit, right? That's way cooler than hearing McKay talk about like, oh my god, I'm grapple hooking, woo! Yeah, guys, I'm grapple hooking, oh my god, yeah, I'm over here. Like, McKay, you need to shut the fuck up. Do you understand me right now? Okay? So I feel as though everything I've mentioned in this list is honestly pretty straightforward. Definitely comment down below if you agree or disagree. Definitely like and subscribe to the video. If you made it to this point and you'll enjoy the content, I upload regularly and I stream every single day. So just make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Over 70% of people that watch my videos are not subscribed. And for the next Battlefield, believe me, you're going to want to stick around here, okay? Because no one else is doing it like me. I am not going to bullshit you like some of these other channels, okay? And with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Thank you again for 48,000 subs, and I'll see you guys later.